Hello everyone and welcome to another New York Times Daily Crossword Solve. We are here on Sunday, September 14th to do presumably quite involved Sunday themed puzzle. This one by Daniel Grinberg. It's got, we can see some shaded squares here towards the bottom, and I'm not sure what that's all about. But the title of the puzzle is Bird's Eye View. So we'll see what that is all about as we get into it. Just before we start, I have completed the video for the August monthly bonus puzzle as I promised in my last video, but I have not had time to upload and properly set that one up yet. I will try and do that as soon as possible. Maybe today. We'll see. But for now, I'll try and get this Sunday one done now and post it as soon as possible. So let's get going for Sunday, September 14th. Daniel Grinberg, Bird's Eye View. What do we got? New high school student. Frosh or Niner. Could be either one. Let's actually check the crosses quickly and see what happens. Page for online answers. Page for online answers. FAQ, maybe? Does this work? Orange creature in an arcade game. I think that's Cubert. So let's see if the Frosh works here. To stick up or a stick up? Stick up. I don't know. Source of minerals could be ore. Part of many purses. A strap. Supplier of oxygenated blood is going to be aorta. So I thought, I thought this was going to be something like this, but then I double guessed myself, and isn't that a hold up? But you could say this is a stick up as well. Anyway, stick up is to rob. So this is an aorta here, the supplier of oxygenated blood, and it's buried to make peace. You bury the hatchet. Supplier of 110 across. Okay, look at all these black squares in the middle. What is going on here? 110 across is a devious character who's the subject of this puzzle, and lots of theme entries. Okay, supplier of. I don't know what that means. Okay. Locale of the Oracle of Apollo. The Oracle of Apollo was at Delphi in Greece. Run down, either past tense or present tense, or sort of like a progressive, to run down like that. But I don't know either way. Could also be a rundown, but usually that's as one word, so I don't think that's what they want. Tied up. Busy or literally physically tied up? With little excess. I don't know, All Hallows Eve probably here. Tied up. Trees on the National Mall. I think these are elms. Match up as two devices. Usually we use the word sync for that. Short for synchronize. Reason to atone, usually atoning for sins. Prime retail area abbreviation. Is this main street or maybe main floor? I'm guessing main in any case. NC at the end here. Voice of 110 across. Who is this character? Mel Blanc? Mel Blanc was the voice of Bugs Bunny, wasn't he? I think he's associated with the Looney Tunes in any case. Let's see. Certain taco topping. Something sauce? Liverpool's borders. Question mark. It falls in the fall. A leaf falls in the fall. Blank story. Sob story, perhaps? Celebration dedicated to a saint. Something day, anyway, right? Feast, a feast day could be, yeah. Run down. Defame, so this could be not like run down as to make weary, but run down as to talk ill of, could be to defame. Tied up, I still don't see what this is. Oh, even, tied up a game. That was not even a sense that I was thinking of. Okay, evened. All right, very good. Italian for years anno as an anno domini, AD. The old system of using of dating years. With little excess could be leanly, and then confectioner said to have co-created Rocky Road ice cream. That'll be Edie, Joseph Edie or something like that. Anyway, a maker of Edie's ice cream. Certain taco topping, mild sauce, maybe. Liverpool's borders EU, Europe. EU's and Liverpool's borders. I don't know exactly what's going on there. Left wing, oh, mild salsa maybe, not sauce. Okay, that makes more sense. Because left wing activist movement is going to be Antifa, an anti-fascist loose coalition of organizations. Captain in a classic novel, probably Captain Ahab from Moby Dick. Emulate an owl could be hoot. Could be nope. Apropos could be apt. Head over head. Head over head. Head over head. Don't know what that means. Signature sound of 91 across. Devious character, eh? Okay. Raw fish dish. Could be a number of things, I suppose. Don't see what it would be in 4 letters unless it's poke. Partner of a pestle is a mortar and pestle used to grind spices. Be a Budinsky. Pry. Yeah, if you're being a Budinsky, you're butting into somebody else's business. Eccentric. Don't exactly see what's going on there. What if this is poke? Tummy toning tool. Not sure. It pumps up the volume. An amp, maybe? Renowned New York City venue for divas. Venue for divas. This is like Met Opera, like that? Looks a little weird, and this also with the K here looks a little bit odd. Beep. Beep? Is this the Roadrunner? And now that would make some sense. Devious character is the subject of this puzzle. What? Not the Roadrunner? Is that not how you spell it? I thought I had it there. Vocally combine talking and crooning. Speak something? This could be kooky. Tummy toning tool and ab roller? Is that a thing? Dubois' portrayer in the film A Streetcar Named Desire. I have no idea who was in that film, actually. Bert's best buddy in Sesame Street was Ernie. He is Ernie. Mercilessly mock. To rag on, maybe. Nest builder. Nest builder. Italian architect Ponti. I don't know. Geo, maybe. Speak sing. Could be speak sing. Vocally combined talking and crooning. Sure, why not? The English equivalent of Sprechstimme. That's useful information. It helps, perhaps? Help. Just that? Ozone layer issue was a hole, mostly repaired. You to Shakespeare, thou, maybe? Modern locale of ancient Babylon. I wish I remembered the story of how you became thou. It has something to do with the Thorn character, I think. And how it looked like a Y and then something happened. My linguistic history is a little bit shoddy. P to Pythagoras. I think that symbol, although it reads as P here, was actually the symbol for the Greek letter rho. The equivalent to the Greek letter, to the English letter P, was the Greek letter pi, which had a different symbol. We all know the pi symbol. Modern locale of ancient Babylon, I think, is Iraq. Ha in Honduras is que. And company that once hourred 50 free hours CDs, I remember that. Iraq, AOL for that in Iraq for Babylon. Okay. This is Vivian Lee. That would make sense. A nest builder could be a hen. Italian architect Gio Ponti and Vivian Lee. I imagine that's who they're talking about here, portraying. Is it Stella Dubois? Streetcar Named Desire. Okay. Liverpool's borders ELs. Still don't really know what that's about. 1949 short that marked the first appearance of 91 and 110 across. 91. Target of 110 across. Oh, I see. I'm mixing up two different... Okay, signature sound of 91 across. This is the Roadrunner, which would make this the subject of the puzzle, Wile E. Coyote. I didn't realize until much later in life that the name is actually spelled like this: Wile E, with E as the middle initial, and Coyote. I just thought his name was just Wile E. Coyote, and then later realized that it's supposed to be a sort of heard that way, but not spelled that way. 1949 short that marked the first appearance of the two of them. Be part of the crowd within. This could be fit in. I think this is fast something, which would make this Main Street. I think this all makes sense. I'm going back up to the supplier of Wile E. Coyote here is the Acme company, Acme something company, but I don't remember what the something is. Cost of a cab is a fare. They're here today, gone tomorrow. That's funny. I think that was the name of or actually it was called Hair Today, Gone Tomorrow, the name of a Bugs Bunny cartoon. They're here today, gone tomorrow. I don't actually know what they're referring to here. Baldwin of the Boss Baby. Was it Alec Baldwin in that movie? It was a sort of computer animated movie, wasn't it? Imbecile. Could be like, I'm not sure. Overhead light, question mark? Don't know. Very similar, like. Trees native to the Yukon. I was just in the Yukon. What trees are native to there? Starting with R-E. View from St. Moritz. The Alps? I don't necessarily know what they're after here. Gucci, who pioneered bamboo-handled handbags. What is Gucci's name? Complete. Could be like fill or full or... Auditorium balcony, for example. Auditorium balcony, for example. Cajun cooking staple. Is this okra again? We had okra in one of the puzzles that I did recently. Let's see. Shaving on citrus desserts. Probably zest. This looks weird though. Something is odd. Shaving on citrus desserts. Maybe it's right. Complete. A to Z? That could be. Trees. Something furs, maybe? That doesn't look right. I don't see what that would be either. Very a lot alike, maybe? Aldo Gucci? Overhead light. They're here today, gone tomorrow. This will be plural. Fads, maybe? Imbecile could be a dolt or a dodo. Red cedars native to the Yukon, okay. Although not auditorium balcony, I would have thought maybe tier like that. Overhead light, a stoplight? No. A star. Overhead light, a star, okay. Maybe red alders? Is alder a name of a tree? View from St. Moritz, maybe an Alp, like that? And this could be Acme Corporation, not the Acme Company. Okay. I think this works, and I guess it's the red alders. I'll have to check my pictures and see if I had any red alders in there, or what it looks like even. Russian ruler nicknamed the money bag. Russian ruler? Ivan the First, maybe? Swanky Tokyo shopping district. I don't know. Shaped like a kiwi fruit, maybe ovoid, egg-shaped. Young bucks say... Young bucks say... This very moment could be now. Wine, also known as Primitivo familiarly. Purchased spots. Ad spots are purchased. Young bucks could be... Young bucks. Fawns. Fawn's the name of a young deer. Both young bucks and young does, I think, could be called fawns. Wine, also known as Primitivo, is familiar. It could be Zin for Zinfandel, maybe. You have my blessing. Go for it. So that would make the Tokyo district Ginza. That could be right. Not totally sure. Some tots transports. Tots. Transports. Trikes. Tricycles. Big Blank Burger, fictional Hawaiian fast food chain in Pulp Fiction. Wasn't that Big Kahuna? Emmy winning actress Ayo Adibiri, I believe. Cream that's said to combat dark circles. Something. Holding the biggest grudge. Sorest. Monumental. Huge. Key that a Mac lacks. They don't have an alt key, I don't think. Gel, is that right? Stand-up comic Margaret Cho. Vessel that infuses and pours. A pitcher, I think. What kind of pitcher? Infuses and pours. Maybe it's not a pitcher. Nintendo character with a long sticky tongue is Yoshi. I think not. So we have a paired clue here. We had elsewhere as nope. Where was that? I can't even see it. Oh, 70 down. Two different clues there. Oscar-winning Michelle Yeoh. Pearl Harbor Aviation Museum site. Oahu, I think. Tea pitcher could be. Infuses and pours, that would make sense. R&B group with the #1 hit Waterfalls, TLC. I just saw a reference to TLC on an episode of Gilmore Girls, I think. The character Michelle, the concierge, was asked to swear, to promise something on otherwise if he broke his promise that TLC would break up, which is funny, I guess, because TLC did end up breaking up later, maybe around that time. Anyway, Lindsay, who played both twins in 1998's The Parent Trap, Lindsay Lohan. Artist and co-creator of 91 and 110 Across, The Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote, I think was Chuck Jones. Dazed and Confused could be Spacey. Bowie collaborator Brian Eno. Day in Dijon, the word for day in Dijon, which is in France, would be jour in French. Blank horse. I don't know. Blank. Go blank. Go Boston cheer. Go. Socks. Maybe. Maybe not. Rod and a hot rod. I don't see it. I'm just going to pause this for one quick second here. Okay, we're back. Just anticipated some noise out here. Okay, let's keep going. Word after film or Pinot is going to be noir. Film noir, Pinot noir. I still don't see what Trojan horse, perhaps. Rod and a hot rod. I still don't know what they're looking for. They're love letters. XOXO. Yeah, okay, and this could be Go Socks after all. Oh, a rod and a hot rod is the axle on which the wheels rotate. Actress Flug. I'm not sure. Blank Wong, co-star of Always Be My Maybe, was Ali Wong. Is this Joanna or Joni, maybe? Lack of a voice. No say, maybe? North Carolina college town. Oh. Is this Elon, I think? Joanne Flug, then. Guzzle. I'm not sure what they want there. Energy-saving vehicle. Energy-saving vehicle. I would have won electric or hybrid, but for sure the R is correct, so I'm not sure. Personal trainers count are reps. Guzzle could be gulp down. Energy-saving vehicle. Green car, maybe? It's kind of a generic term, but sure. Witherspoon of A Wrinkle in Time is Reese Witherspoon. Part of Wayne's World. Which Wayne are we looking for here? Not sure. Awe could be wow, to awe, to wow. I've heard enough. Supervised as oversaw. Part of Wayne's World. Western? Oh, like John Wayne. Is that right? Accented exclamations could be olays. Is that a reference to the fact that olay is usually said by people with accents? That's a little odd. Maybe that's not what that means. Unscheduled slots is open dates, maybe? I'll see. 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner brand is Pert, so that looks like it is going to be Western. Paris is Pantheon for one. A tomb. Upper limit is the max. A lot of X's in this puzzle. And J's. Non-kosher sandwich in brief, bacon, lettuce, and tomato. I believe bacon is non-kosher. Latin list shortener in brief et al. For et alii and others, used to replace a long list of authors, and or anything else, I guess. Risque message could be a sext. Yeah, so open dates for unscheduled slots. What a queen may lay. Queen bee or a queen... So it looks like an egg, but I don't know what kind of egg they're looking for here. High school diploma alternative, a GED. I forget what that stands for, but that's a sort of equivalency, maybe a general equivalency diploma or something like that. Rising. Not sure. Some megafauna informally. I would have thought dinos. Not sure there either. A summer cabin, maybe. Don't see it. Avoid as a falling anvil. Oh, look at that. Okay, so if you look at the collection of black squares right above where my cursor is right now at 63 down, that is the shape of an anvil. And I'm not sure. I guess the collection of black squares beneath the cursor here is supposed to be either the Roadrunner or Wile E. Coyote. It's hard to tell. Maybe Wile E. Coyote, sort of symbolizing the anvil falling on his head. And oh, I get the help thing now. There in one of these cartoons, Wile E. Coyote holds up a sign, like at the moment where he's about to be obliterated by something or other, that he has some trap that he's set for the Roadrunner, and the Roadrunner has sprung. He holds up a sign that just says help. Oh, and maybe it is the anvil thing, actually. So maybe this whole design is supposed to be the Wile E. Coyote holding up the sign that says help as the anvil is about to fall on his head. What this clue is, though, I'm not exactly sure. Sax, who invented the saxophone, is Adolf, like this. Silence enforcing doc. Silence enforcing... Oh, non-disclosure agreement. Not a doctor, but a document. That feels incredible. Like that? Like a massage? Maybe that's what they're going for. Closely tracking. Shadowing. Rising could be upward, like an upward trajectory, a rising trajectory. Some megafauna, rhinos, rhinoceroses. Oops. Broadband connection in brief is DSL. What does that stand for? I actually don't know. A queen may lay an ant egg, like a queen ant. A summer cabin might be a rental. Fast and furious, like this. Spokeswoman in progressive commercials is Flo. I remember that. And then avoid as a falling anvil could be dodge. Let's see. All right. So not bad. This is such a fun grid here. Okay, so they've colored this in a little bit so we can tell who's who and what's what. So we've got the anvil a little bit shaded there with the darker part as the sort of the skinnier part of the anvil about to fall on Wile E. Coyote, who has set a trap for the Roadrunner. Wile E. Coyote, who has set a trap for the Roadrunner. Roadrunner goes beep beep. And I think this scene is from this initial cartoon, The Fast and Furious, created by Chuck Jones, and characters voiced by Mel Blanc. And Wile E. Coyote will have purchased this anvil from the Acme Corporation to try and set a trap for the Roadrunner, but the Roadrunner has sprung the trap and left the coyote underneath the anvil, at which point he holds up this sign saying, help. So yeah, a really, really fun, and it's not symmetrical, right? The grid is not symmetrically constructed, although there is a bit of, other than the coyote and the anvil, there is sort of, it is a sort of symmetrical about the vertical axis here. So the other black squares around it are definitely symmetrical. But the sign here, the extra black square here for the sign help, and the outline of the coyote and the anvil themselves break the symmetry in order to achieve this this little painting here. So yeah, that's really good. And there were a lot of sort of mildly misleading clues. Nothing that got me for too long, but definitely things where I didn't catch the correct sense of the word right away. Like run down, I really thought was about someone tiring someone out. Tied up, I definitely again thought it was either someone who's busy or physically tied up, and not tied as in a game. What else? Stick up got me for some reason, though that's not really wordplay. Complete, I didn't think of A to Z. I mean, it's not that the sense is tricky, but the particular entry that they're looking for is tricky. And so on and so forth. And a lot of trivia, but nothing too crazy. I mean, there might have been one or two things that I was like, I still don't actually know what that is, but for the most part, I think pretty okay here, and all definitely worth the end result here. This anvil dropping on Wile E. Coyote. So that is our excellent Sunday puzzle by Daniel Grinberg. I hope you enjoyed this solve. If you did, please hit the like button. If you want to see when I'm posting future videos, hit the subscribe button and you'll get notifications. I will get that monthly August monthly bonus puzzle up at some point, I promise. There were lots of bits of information there that I want to make sure to catch in the things I missed section, that's all. So I want to make sure that I'm doing that, have time to do that properly, and haven't had that time yet. So yeah, so that's it for today. We'll see you on the next one, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Cheers.